pure and strong and useful. Everything was taught in a very loving fashion. When this fan was passed on like this to the people, the old people would tell why they did that. And it was explained to the young people why they did that and why they put the young people first. When our parents and grandparents were taken to the residential school, our ways were taken away. And they were taught the English language in a very harsh, ordering way. They were never allowed to ask why they could do this. They weren't asked why they had to go to bed at 8 o'clock at night when the sun was still. They couldn't ask why they had to go to school every day. Cree language. Since I'm a Cree, I can only speak of a Cree. Okay? It's a very soft, loving, caring, and emotional. In general, life, the language itself. My grandfather taught me the Indian way. And there was never any order in that Indian way. There was protocols. Sometimes we get mixed up with protocols and order. Protocols are set. Step 1, step 2, step 3. You follow these in order to accomplish what you're accomplishing. Those are some of the things that we need, we have to do to raise a healthy community, to be a part of that. And this is one of the things that I have found that's a blessing to me, to be taught this. And who taught me was my little grandchildren, 2 little girls. Okay? They asked me, I taught them, I teach them every year how to hunt. 2 little girls. One is 3, she already shot 22. Just about shot my spare tire. And I took her out in the last fall hunting, and I gave her a buck call, and I showed her how to call bucks. We went out and we seen some does. And she says, Grandpa, shoot it. I said, no, those are does, we can't shoot them. Why, Grandpa? Why can't we shoot them? I had to answer that. It was hard to answer that. Well, why do we just have to shoot bucks? There's no bucks. And I had to tell her, well, we have to call them in. It's not early and it's not late enough to call them, but we'll call them in. And we did. We finally called one in. And it was funny because my other, what was she, 2 years old, Peanut? Yeah. She couldn't handle the buck call, eh? And she had one of those little monster whistles that sounded like sort of like a frog. She was sitting in the back of the truck blowing it, and this little 2-point buck come out. Here we were using buck calls for $24.95 at Walmart. I picked this up at the dollar store and it worked. And we did. We got the deer, eh? And the question she asked, I've done this all my life. I know how to shoot a deer, I know how to skin it, and I know how to put everything away, eh? And my little granddaughter kept asking me, why do I have to do it that way? And you know, it was so hard to explain it in words. And that's when I decided to start teaching myself how to explain the way I walk.